Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy Quizzy, man. I'm back with another video today, man. Just got done working out, though, you know what I'm saying? So your boy feels good. I feel a little sore, but I feel stronger, bro. I feel stronger every day, man. I've been watching Elvis just a little bit lately. I've always seen him. I'm 27. I've always seen him, but I never really could appreciate him because I never really paid attention. Like, he wasn't part of my era. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta give me a break, cut me some slack. Now that I've been taking a look at him and y'all been commenting and y'all been saying things, and I've been like, So one, people actually like this guy. Not saying there's anything wrong with him by any means. I'm just saying, I didn't know that people still, like, he must have been really, really cool. Let me see who he was. I see who he was. I'm like, man, this dude is laid back. He got his own style. He was a black belt. I'm like, damn, okay. Then we got this video that everybody, like a lot of y'all, I won't say everybody, but a lot of y'all recommended me check out this video, Elvis and the black community. So now I heard some controversy saying that, you know, Elvis took this, or maybe he did, or maybe he didn't. That's just what I heard. I'm not telling you my opinion. I'm just telling you what I heard. Now, what I'm getting ready to do is I'm getting ready to check it out for myself and see what's going on. We got a part 1 and part 2, so we're gonna check out this first one, man. But before we do that, man, give your boy a like, man. Let your boy know that you appreciate this, man, because a lot of y'all said y'all wanted this, so let your boy know you appreciate it. I got my son in the background. He's chilling, look at him. My daughter over there just being funky. Just chilling.
I thought he was a very beautiful, and still is, a very beautiful person, and his memory shall probably forever live on. Well, you ain't never gonna rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine. There is no room in this city for the vulgar performances of Elvis Presley.
What?
It's shocking. I watched him gyrate his legs and swivel his hips.
That was the first Karen. If you ever seen it, that woman right there, that was the first Karen. She said, I watched him gyrate his legs and do something with his pelvis. I'm like, bro, if she's talking about what I just seen, bro, she would hate living in this day and age. I'm talking about with women popping ass, guys on the ground, doing all weird shit. Look, bro, that's the least of our worries, trust me.
And our parent-teachers group feels he should not be on television.
We've set up a 20-man committee.
White customers only, what?
Do away with this vulgar, animalistic, nigger rock and roll bar. Our committee will check with the restaurant.
Did this man with no arms just say, nigger? It says, we serve white customers only on the back of a fucking car. Man, you ain't even got it on a fucking building, stupid ass. Like, you just, and then did he just say, wait, let me go back. Did he call Elvis a nigger? Cause that's a...
Restaurant owners and the cafes to see what Presley records is on their machine.
Man, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
To do away with them.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You've learned anything from the criticism leveled at you?
No, I haven't.
You haven't, huh?
Because I don't feel I'm doing anything wrong.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, the crying time.
Rock and roll has got to go. And go it does at KWK. We're all through playing rock and roll records. This week is record-breaking week here at KWK.
Damn, they really hated this man, bro, because he straight identified with a different color than him. That's crazy. Because Elvis was smooth. What I'm seeing so far is they hate him because they ain't him. They hate him because he literally is like a part of another community. Like, just because he white don't mean that he can't be a part of the white community and the black community. Because be honest with you, our ears, like our eyes might see color, but our ears colorblind, if that makes sense. Like, bro, we don't hear color. Like, yeah, you could tell if a black man talking on the phone. You probably can tell if a white man talking on the phone. Maybe the lines might be blurred, but for the most part, you probably know. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, like, bro, our ears, when it comes to music, bro, you like what you like and you love what you love. If they like it and love it, they don't have to add their little hate into it, bro. That ain't right. I'm starting to like Elvis a lot more just watching this.
And after this week, no more rock and roll will be played on the air.
Yeah, you didn't even break it.
The vulgarity of the rock and roll music is obviously a means by which the white man and his children can be driven to the level with a nigger. It is obviously nigger music.
Everybody mostly turned him down. And
Because first thing, he had Negroes' ways. This is what they didn't, really at that time, they didn't want to accept.
Stevie Wonder.
Black performers, and he, in essence, because of at that particular time, the kind of backwards mental capability that many people had as judging a person because of the color of their skin, as somewhat still does exist. But back then it was worse, and he actually, because of him being a Caucasian brother, he was able to do away with that whole thing.
He's 77-year-old Earl.
That's an interesting take on Stevie Wonder. Like, I really like when he speak, because he speak from a place of wisdom. Now, I'm not co-signing every single thing that he says, but I think that it's something that you got some of these high-list celebrities of an age that's gone. You know, you got to listen to them, because it took a lot more intelligence to be a celebrity of their stature at that time. You know what I'm saying? And these days, you know, a lot of people are getting in, and a lot more people have access to it. So, you know, you kind of getting a mixture of a lot of BS.
Early Wright, a disc jockey at radio station WROX in Clarksdale for 45 years.
Hi there. Pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How do you do? This is your soul man to be with you until I get through. I want you to stand by, don't have no fear. Following Jay's show, should I play one like this one from out of here? Elvis Presley.
Okay, he rapping this shit. That was old
Elvis's
rap.
songs still get good play on Wright's program among the blues, gospel, and jazz recordings that are its staples. It was almost 40 years ago when Elvis drove down to Clarksdale from Memphis with a record and asked him to play it.
And I had been playing his record, and I had never seen him before, and I was amazed to see him. When he introduced himself to being Elvis Presley, then I went all the pieces over. Then he and I started talking. I used to be the manager of a gospel group called the 4-Star Quartet. And I could listen to a man sing a hymn. I could listen to a man sometimes talk. I did that. And I could pick him out whether he could fit in my group. And talking to Elvis Presley, I could see a great future in him.
I think that I like that, because, you know, you always got to start from somewhere. Bro, I remember when I'm a music artist, for those of y'all who don't know, if you new to the channel, man, I'm a music artist, and when I ain't gonna lie to you, I've had to go to a lot of people, a lot of radio stations, and literally pitch them my song. And sometimes you wonder if people like really take you serious, even when you got good stuff. They don't even take you serious even when you got good stuff, because they just like, ah, man, you just like another one. So the fact that he took Elvis, he took his work and listened to it, and they kind of start chopping it up and they became cool, I can respect them, bro. It take a lot to do that.
It's no accident that Wright recognized Elvis's strong gospel roots. Here at the East Trigg Baptist Church in Memphis, older members of the congregation remember Elvis joining in with the choir while in high school. These were rousing sessions led by the charismatic pastor, the Reverend W.
So he been down with the black community.
Like most black people in the South.
Wait, hold on. Elvis ain't no impersonator. Hold on. If you went to a black church and you was singing in the choir in the black church, you're black. You've been down with the black community. Like, what do you like? What more of an end card do you want? Like, so instead of people saying that he, what do you call that? Impropriator? What is that? What is that? What is that? What do you call that? Culture vulture type shit. Anyways. Like, he's not one of them, because he literally is down with the black community.
And to whose throat God has pressed down a harp of 1,000 strings, it only needed tuning. Elvis's voice was that type of voice that agreed with the thought of Calvary. He had that kind of bent and inclination and attitude that suggested that God could use him. I gave the music a different approach, a new beat. I knew that it wasn't going to hurt if I said, "Must Jesus bear the cross alone," whether I've said with 1 beat, 2 beat, whether I've said it high or low. And I told them, come on in here and put your stuff together.
I cannot really understand.
They came in here. And it was a glorious experience, and Elvis was in that group.
Elvis came out with a style of his own, and it was very creative. And once he got into it, and you got that feel, Elvis just took off like a late freight. And with Elvis doing this kind of music, gave an injection to black music that no other artist had ever done.
It was like an earthquake in my neighborhood. The whole place was shaking when he came on. And I said, how did a person possess that kind of power? That it even comes off the TV and grabbed me in this ghetto neighborhood.
Elvis took my Tutti Frutti, and I was very disgusted. But by him singing it, he really made it bigger and made me bigger.
During those days, if it was a white artist doing something, they would just say, they don't like our blacks and we don't like them either. He's nothing but a copycat. But Elvis Presley, when he came, was screaming and going crazy, and it was just like in any other neighborhood. And I said, this guy's got something going, man.
Elvis had something that made him sound like he truly meant it, and that's what made a lot of...
He had soul, bro. Well, I can't believe nobody has said this, bro. The reason why he identifies with the black community is because he has what they call soul when he does this. That's soul. That's that. Why does you think he identifies with a lot of black people? And he identifies with white people as well. Don't get me wrong. Oh, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is that he identifying with the black community because when he sing, you sing in a black church, they gonna push you out if you ain't got soul. Trust me, I sing in the black church. And they kick my ass out.
People like myself like it.
I think Elvis had lots of soul. He appealed to black people. He definitely had to have soul in order to do that.
I just heard an artist that when his name went on the marquee, they knew he was coming. People came from all over the world. I never heard of that.
Elvis did a lot of stuff that rappers do.
He got the bling. You gotta have the bling when you're from Memphis.
He had the bling, he had a Cadillac, he had like a gangster in it. As the snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto.
The song also resonates with people who've only met Elvis through his songs.
Elvis talking about the hood, they talking about where we come from.
Paul Beauregard and Jordan Houston are the Oscar-winning rap duo 3 6 Mafia.
I know they didn't just say his whole damn name.
They grew up just 2 blocks from Graceland in one of Memphis's poorest neighborhoods.
I want CD Scratcher.
My mom used to always listen to this song when I was young. He talked about, things that she went through. She had my mom had a bunch of kids, like 9 kids. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get somebody to listen to your song. You talk about what they know about, what they want to hear. And she know about ghetto, because, she lived in ghetto.
Facts.
That's it.
And his mama cries. But if there's one thing she don't need, it's another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto.
After we find the part on the record that we want to use, we sample it into the drum machine or the keyboard. That way we can loop it like.
My first line says, first I'm broke, so I hang out with the rat and roach. And still broke, so I'm sleeping on apartment floors. So it's just like the struggle, what's going on in the hood. First I'm broke, so I hang out with the rat and roach. It's still broke, so I'm sleeping on apartment floors. And I was off beat, but it's all good, because it's on TV. Maybe do some edits, make me look cool, maybe put my name in the credits.
That's my boy. Juicy J is my boy, man. He stayed coming with them flows.
Once we have all that ready, we load it into the drum machine and then hi-ya.
So he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal, and he learns how to fight in the ghetto. Survival is everyday task. Watching your back for the man wearing the mask. I say you might get stuck if you in the hood looking like you came up. We ride old school whips.
Bro, if you had 3 6 Mafia sample your shit, he just getting black card after black card after black card after black card. Like, I'm talking about these guys came in a lot later than Elvis. You know what I'm saying? They sampled in the Ghetto. The Ghetto by Elvis, bro. Come on, bro. That's pretty powerful, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Nah, it's not a lot of people. It's not. I mean, shit. Taylor Swift ain't getting sampled by these old gangsters. Like, come on, bro. You got to think, bro. A lot of times, bro, we move too fast. We moving too fast. But I don't know, man. I'm getting a lot of respect for him, though.
First I'm broke, so I hang out with the ratty roach. And still broke, cause I'm sleeping on the poppin' floors. The junkies get up, kick when he smoke a brick. I never seen a drug dealer ever call it Quizzy. The hood struggle is to make the guy that get the change. See, every day is like a dark cloud full of rain. The feds tapping for his dangerous when you hood trapping. So don't get lost in the sauce slinging, cold crackling.
So help your brother along the way, no matter where he starts. For the same God that made you, made him too. These men.
Well, they look serious as hell back in the day on pictures, don't they? They ain't smiling out a lick.
During the 60s and early 70s, when tensions between blacks and whites were at an all-time high, Elvis demonstrated his desire for racial reconciliation in the musicians that he chose and the treatment they received.
So you can almost say that he helped push forward the black movement too.
When we first decided to take the gig with Elvis, we had no idea that there would be any racial flack regarding it. Our first racial encounter was when we went to Texas. Elvis was told by his people that, well, you can leave the black girls home. You don't have to bring them.
Damn.
So Elvis wasn't going to do the Astrodome.
Nah, he like black women.
Girls could be with him. And he demanded that we
Who don't like black women, though? You hear me?
Given the star treatment, we had to be in our convertible where everybody could see us. And our little blonde could drive us.
Okay.
And that was his statement. You don't like it? Deal with it, or I'm not going to be there.
They still gonna
And I thought that was very big of him.
When I joined the group in 1972, they took a big chance because there were no blacks in contemporary or Southern gospel music, and I was the first one, and it made all the headlines and everything. It was in Billboard and all the newspapers in Tennessee. And my first time meeting Elvis was, he had a folder full of clippings of things that he had read about me. As a matter of fact, the Imperials brought me to his suite, and he gave me this folder with all the clippings, and he personally welcomed me into the family. And for a guy who, you know, didn't really know where he stood, this was very important that he acknowledged my presence and, you know, made me feel very much a part of what we were all doing. And right away, he treated me like he'd known me for years. He gave me one of those TCB chains and everything, and I was just one of the guys. And
I you know what? I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna end it. You know, a lot of people talk a lot of shit about you based off of what they think they might know about you, or based off of what they heard about you, or yada yada. But you know what? For all the testimonies of the things that you did, especially being a man, your legacy as a man and what you leave behind is very, very important. What Elvis left behind is a pattern of positivity, is like a wave, not even a wave, a typhoon of positivity throughout all kinds of communities. Because what I see from just hearing them is, because I see a lot of white people like him. I thought he was just appealing to white people. That's what I thought before I seen this and before I started watching other things. I'm like, well, no, Elvis he really stood for bridging the gap between white and black people and bringing them together. Because at the end of the day, we ain't really that much different. We like what we like. Different black people like what they like. You got the inners, you know what I'm saying? You got the hood dudes, you got the hood chicks, you got the preppy upscale. There's many different types of black people, and there's many different types of white people. And it's interesting seeing this dude being involved in a black church, being involved in, like, with all these black people and these high profile black men and women and not scared to be him and not scared to speak out about certain things that were going on. It takes a man to speak out about certain things that was going on back then, even though your career will be on the line. And that means that if your career is on the line, then literally that's just like your livelihood, all right? So y'all, my son is acting up in the background, so we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Y'all be safe, man. Check out another video. Go down and like it. Peace.